Hey, it's Birdman time for the Arizona White Mountains podcast. Hanging out here in the studio. This is a community shout. Remember, you can come in here any Tuesday at 10 a.m. and shout out what you've got going on. And yeah, I know there's a lot of things that are changing, so make sure you're always checking to see if it's happening because COVID-19, right? Hey, this morning we're going to start off with Alison Hefner. How are you?
Good. How are you?
And you're here for?
A couple things.
Okay.
So first off, I want to talk about the Feeding Collaborative. We started this about 3 months ago 4 months ago. Now, I mean, we're still moving forward. When COVID first came out, the first thing that we wanted to do was make sure that people had access to food. We're a very food insecure county. So one of the things we found out, we're always addressing challenges and barriers. And one of the challenges and barriers right now is access to canned goods, canned meat, canned beans, vegetables, fruit. So we're doing a can drive, and that's this week, 10 to 2. You can drop off any canned goods, and please do this. Any canned goods at the church, the Recenter, that's up in Pinetop, or you can drop it off at the Morning Rose that's on the Deuce of Clubs right there. Don will take those as well.
And 10 to 2 on?
Monday through Friday, 10 to 2.
Okay, every day. Okay,
every day. And this is the week that we know this airs on Thursday, so you have Thursday and Friday to drop it off, and then we'll take those and distribute them. The next thing I want to talk about is the truck stop raised $3,400 for the Housing Collaborative in Navajo County at their protest event, which was awesome. There was a lot of social distancing. It's a very big area. I just want people to know that. And congratulations to them for raising that. Finally, gonna get quick, the FAC. They're looking at putting together an ad hoc committee to help them with their fundraisers. So if you know anything about the FAC, I know that we've both been a part of championing them in the community for many years now. It is a very needed organization, sadly, in Navajo County. They don't provide services to tribal members. Those tribal members go to Globe and Flagstaff for their services when there's child abuse and sexual assault to children. This is all children that are off the tribe and don't live on tribal areas, and the number sadly is very high in our community. So the funding is very important to help them with. So if you're interested in kids and protecting children and doing what you can to support the FAC and want to get involved in their ad hoc committee for their fundraisers, like their golf tournament is one of the things that they do. This would be about 10 to 20 hours a month. And you would be bringing hope to those kids out there and supporting a phenomenal program and service in the community. So if you're interested, please, you can reach out to me at AlisonHefner@me.com, or you can reach out to the FAC to Sandra Angelo or anybody there.
Awesome.
Or they can probably contact you and you can get them in touch with me.
Maybe. There you go.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
please, if you want to give.
Thank you very much. Anything else?
Nope, that is it.
Very cool. So hang on, and we've got some other things coming. I just want to mention real quick, though, if you're going out to restaurants, you're going out to businesses, be nice. Remember, everybody's in a weird time right now. It's whether it's mask, no mask, whatever the heck's going on. Just be nice. Be pleasant to each other. And remember that we're going to get through this, but we're a community, and we need to respect each other and be good moving forward. Okay, hang on. I'll get somebody else coming up. Hey, speaking of the FAC, guess who we have with us? I've got Sandra Angelo. How are you doing?
I'm just fine.
So she was just talking about the ad hoc committee, but you got more stuff to talk about.
Yes, I do.
What's happening?
Okay. First of all, congratulations on exercising your First Amendment rights on the 4th of July. It was a wonderful event.
Yeah. It was fun. We had fun. A little cute parade.
Yeah, that's really nice. Anyway, there's a couple of things. First and foremost, what is most important is during the pandemic, we know that tight quarters, people confined, uncertainty, stress, fear, lost jobs, lost income, stress levels, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Child abuse is up, even though the reporting has gone down.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, why is somebody going to report when they don't know what is really going to happen?
Right.
If they report, where do they go? Everything's shut down. There's risk of catching an infection. What about my children? Where are they going to go? There's so much fear. And And as soon as we heard about the potential lockdown, we said, uh-oh.
Right.
Not just ourselves at the FAC here, but throughout the state. And then there was a report that came down, oh, surprisingly, the numbers are down. Well, duh, people are not reporting.
Well, of course,
because,
yeah. Then, I mean, that's because they're locked down, so they can't even get out to report. How are they going
right.
to do it?
Well, and, kids are not seeing mandatory reporters. They're not at school. They're not at church. They're not at the library. They're not at the rec center. They're
Right.
not at daycare. All the mandatory reporters are not there
Right.
watching out for these kids. In fact, we had not shut down the FAC because we never shut down,
Right.
but we started restricting access, when we were told shut down. And within 3 days, we had 2 cases.
Right.
It's like, uh-oh, already? And then things quieted down. The numbers settled. But that's because people started realizing the impact of the pandemic. And so Victoria Sharp from LD District 9, which is Tucson, was, looking around the community and said, we have a serious problem here. And so what she did was launch an Arizona Child Abuse Prevention Initiative.
Good.
And it's primarily informational to let people know who might see things or suspect things, or these services are available, or here's where you can get help. So it takes some of that fear away from reporting. A lot of reports were starting to be made by neighbors and friends, people in the households who just got tired of seeing this stuff all the time. They said, we can't handle it anymore. People have to do something. So anyway, one of the things that we did was, partnering with the other FACs,
Right.
Child Help, which is a nationwide advocacy organization, had tons of these little shoe cards printed up.
Right.
But then the issue was, how do we distribute them? People were saying, well, there are food programs going on. We should just put them in the food packages.
Right.
No.
Okay.
You know why? Because if the offender finds a shoe card, what's going to happen? This is a potential trigger.
Right.
So we're finding other places to put them. I carry a bunch with me, hand them out to everybody. They'll be in the libraries. Teachers have them. The churches are involved. They have these as well. This is a hotline that if kids need to talk to somebody, actually it's a warm line. If kids need to talk to someone, they can text.
Right.
They can make a phone call. The people at Child Help can make a determination. Does this child really need to talk, or is this child in serious danger?
Right.
If the child is in serious danger, it puts a whole different network in place to get support for the child. And so, it's a universal number. It's an 800 number, but you can always call our FAC at, 532-6047. The phone is answered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Right.
So anyway, that was the key thing I wanted to talk about this initiative. Well, almost key thing.
Okay. But it's good that there's resources out there, and at least people have a way to reach out and do that. So.
And our community, as Alison was saying, our community is pulling together.
Right.
All of us are just deeply saddened by what's going on with both of our reservations.
Yeah.
Because these are our friends. These are people we know. These are part of our culture. And we need to help one another during this time. Well, anyway, of course, how does the Navajo County Family Advocacy Center fund its operation? Through grants, donations, and fundraisers.
And you got a big one coming up, right?
And we have a big one coming up, and it's actually going to be the only real fundraiser this year.
Yeah, it's tough this year, yes.
Yeah, and so anyway, we're taking a leap of faith. Our 8th annual.
There you go.
Put it on the tee for the FAC. It is going to be held again at Torion
Okay.
on the Tower Course on September 19th.
Mark your calendars. September 19th.
Yes, September 19th, and we're starting earlier than we have in the past, and so we'll be starting the scramble at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
We're brainstorming, once you're on the course, you're fine, but we're brainstorming how we can keep people safe
Right.
during an event. We cannot have any more than 100 people at the dining room at a time, which means we might have to change the way we serve the meal.
Right.
We might have to change the way we handle registration and do as much pre-registration as we can.
Yep.
And I forgot the other thing we might have to do. Oh, one of the things that we will be doing is, unless we don't have to 6 feet it, unless you are an in-household family,
Right.
everybody will be in their own golf cart.
Okay. Wow. A lot of golf carts.
Yes. Fortunately, Torion has like about 120 of them, so we should be okay. Anyway, it starts out with a scramble, and there's auctions, live auctions, a silent auction, and a raffle, and a 50-50. So the usual fun and games. It should be a really great event. We are looking for sponsors, as always, and there are different levels for the sponsors. There's different levels of if you are a sponsor at this level, then you get this, and then at this level you get this and this, and so on.
Right.
So we need sponsors, but we also need donations for raffles, for the auctions, and I, of course, need a local committee to help me out because there's just me these days.
Yep.
So anyway, and if you are not a golfer but you want to participate, and I'll send these to you electronically.
There you go.
This is not a golfer. This is how you can become involved.
Awesome. Cool. So lots of ways to help.
Mhm.
And, of course, direct donations work as well. You can accept those.
Oh, yeah, we like cash.
Very
We have our website. It is ncfac.org. You can register for the tournament online. You can sign up for a sponsorship online, and you can make a donation online, or you can call me, and I have the means of taking your money as well.
Awesome. Once again, Sandra Angelo with
Yes.
the Navajo County Family Advocacy Center.
Center.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Hey,
Thanks.
so that's going to be it for this week's Community Shout here at the Arizona White Mountains podcast. I want to remind everybody, just be nice, be pleasant, and, it's okay to be upset and scared, not a problem, but you don't have to be upset at everybody on earth. So smile, say hi. If you do the elbow bump or whatever the heck you want to do, waves work as well. I'm Birdman, and I'll remind you, if I don't see you around town, I'm going to catch you right here on the web. It's a wrap.